position. You got a green light.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, lane shift showdown.
I think it'll work.
Beatrice leaders approve a plan to cut Highway 77 from 4 lanes to 3, while the city is moving forward despite concern from some drivers. Then history restored.
All of us have appreciated the importance and the artistic value of the Pershing mural.
The Pershing mural now rising again at Wyuka Park. How years of work are bringing it back one tile at a time. Plus, a bold path forward.
You know, that communication gap was real, and this process is designed to address that gap directly.
UNL rolling out a new vision, what leaders say will guide the next several years, and an unthinkable loss.
Father God, I ask you to bring families together right now.
A father accused of killing 8 children, including 7 of his own in Louisiana. How investigators say this stems from a domestic dispute. And new at 10, time is ticking for a Beatrice Road project to start, but it's one many in the community say they don't really want.
Especially once you're so used to something, getting used to going down one lane. It's just, I see a lot of potential accidents with that one.
Despite a pushback, the Beatrice City Council voting 7-1 to make changes to Highway 77. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. The project is called Road Dieting. It's when a 4-lane highway is reduced to 3, but a petition was started by residents to try and stop it. Channel 8's Danielle De Silva visited the area to hear from people today. And Danielle, what did they have to say?
Rod, this right here is a quick look at that concept, turning 4 lanes into 2 through lanes with a center turn lane in between. I spoke with people who both live and work in Beatrice, both on and off camera, and almost everyone I spoke with worries construction on Highway 77 may cause more problems than it'll fix. But the state's response is this is crucial for safety. Here's a look at both sides.
I'm against it. I really think it's just going to cause more of an issue. It's going to cause way more traffic, like slowing down and traffic stops than we need.
Brittany Cutterback works in Beatrice at a store right off of Highway 77. She first heard about the project from people that came into her job petitioning against it. According to stats on MoveOn.org, that petition has garnered over 1,000 signatures as of last week. Yet, the City Council of Beatrice voted 7-1 to move forward with the project that would reduce the 4-lane highway to 2 lanes plus a 3rd turning lane. The Nebraska Department of Transportation says the purpose of the project is to preserve the area, which is a transportation asset, as well as to improve the reliability of the transportation system and perpetuate the mobility of the traveling public, adding that the plan is based on the road's current condition. Councilmember Dwayne Rue was the one vote in opposition and says he wanted to represent the people's concerns and request for other options.
The people of Beatrice don't want that. They don't want it. It's overwhelmingly, they want to leave it 4 lanes.
Another part of this construction would be work done to a viaduct bridge a few miles down the road from the city's southbound entrance.
If we change that, if they rebuild that bridge at 2 lanes, our cost to the city is about $500,000. If we leave it 4 lanes or rebuild it 4 lanes, we have to pick up the difference in the cost, which is about $6.1 million total.
One Beatrice driver compares this plan to one that was recently worked on in the area that was funded by a federal grant.
I think it's going to work no matter what.
NDOT says improvements on this project would consist of concrete repairs and milling and resurfacing the roadway and surface shoulders with asphalt. And it could start as early as this summer. Reporting in the studio, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Danielle. Let's go ahead and get a quick look at your forecast tonight. But real quick, look at that sunset. Rusty, I know you like these. Yeah. It's breathtaking. This was earlier this evening from our tower camera here at the station. A perfect way to close out the day here in Lincoln. So do these warm temps that we had today, do they stick around? Here's Rusty with more.
Oh, hey.
Go back to the sunset. Jeez, that was
mesmerized.
It really was. Good looking sunset. Temperatures today a little on the warm side. Tomorrow probably a little bit warmer, but here's your high temperatures for the day. We did get into the middle 80s in many areas. 85 in Lincoln, Beatrice, Hebron. 84s in Norfolk and Columbus. Also 85 in O'Neill. Almost 90 in Valentine and McCook. We did get to 90 in Cambridge, which is between Holdridge and McCook. But everybody in the 80s today. It was a warm one out there. So if you like warm and no humidity, today was a perfect day. Barry Lockham looking towards downtown Lincoln. Quiet evening out there. Just a little bit of a south breeze at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And the Lincoln Airport and the KLKN studio agrees. It is 71 degrees. We have mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. These are not thick clouds, just some high, thin clouds. Temperatures right now are in the 50s, 60s, and 70s with that south wind at 10 to 21 miles per hour. As we head through tonight, temperatures dropping into the upper 50s, which is very mild, and then into the middle 70s already by noon. It is going to be a warm day tomorrow. I'll show you how warm in a few.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Right now, a beloved piece of Nebraska history is being brought back.
It's beyond satisfying. It's been a huge, challenging journey.
The Pershing mural is making its long-awaited return. The art piece is getting a new life in a new location. It's been more than 3 years now since the giant mural was taken down. Now the tiles are being put back up, marking a milestone that many have been looking forward to. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson joins us now and shows us the historic moment. Mackenzie?
Rod, this is just a small piece of the entire Pershing mural, but it's a big step forward for a nearly $1 million project in Wyuka Park.
To say this has been a Herculean journey, that means huge with a capital H, is an understatement.
A bold, years-long project is nearing completion. When Nebraskans found out the Pershing Auditorium would be demolished, they rallied together, finding a way to save the incredible, decades-old mural that showcases a piece of our state's history. The tiles were taken down to be put into storage, a team of people spending years cleaning every single tile and restoring them. Now that work is paying off. Cheers echoing as the first tiles are put up in Wyuka Park.
All of us have appreciated the importance and the artistic value of the Pershing mural. And now, today, and for the next 6 weeks or 2 months, however long it's going to take, depending on the weather, to put it back up, it's truly, I'm going to keep saying, a celebration.
Monday was more of a symbolic day with the real work starting on Tuesday. You can see here there are many more pieces that need to be put up, with more than 760,000 tiles making up the entire mural. But the people working on this project believe it will bring incredible value to the community.
This is going to draw thousands of people from all over the world, we feel, to Wyuka Park to see this enormous mural that was saved by dedicated, committed Nebraskans.
Now here's what that finished product is going to look like. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to go see it in person. Liz Shea McCoy says this goes to show Nebraska history matters and people will do whatever it takes to preserve its beauty. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. New tonight, Mapping the Future. UNL is laying out a new strategic plan with leaders saying they want students, staff, and faculty to help shape what comes next. The university is launching what it's calling Our Bold Path Forward, a framework that will guide decisions through the 2028-29 school year. Officials held roundtable workshops today, giving people across campus a chance to share ideas and concerns. Leaders say this plan is different. It's focused on transparency, accountability, and making sure input is actually used.
You know, I know some of you might be wondering, why now? And perhaps more importantly, why should this time be different? You know, those are fair and important questions, and I want to address them head on. You know, that communication gap was real, and this process is designed to address that gap directly.
The university says it will work on gathering feedback over the next several weeks with a finalized strategic framework expected by July 1st. New at 10, the Hastings School Board tonight looking for a new superintendent. At their weekly meeting tonight, all board members voting to accept Superintendent Christopher Prosaski's resignation. This all comes after he was placed on paid administrative leave last week. Now, no information has been released on why he resigned or what happened. Officials say they'll release more information tomorrow. Developing now, police in Shreveport, Louisiana, still combing over a mass shooting crime scene tonight. A gunman shot and killed 8 children yesterday, killing 7 of his own, and left 2 people fighting for their lives. The city now trying to understand such a tragedy.
Father God, I ask you to bring families together right now.
Shreveport police say 31-year-old Shamar Elkins shot and killed the children in a domestic violence incident. Police calling the crime scenes gruesome. The victims, 3 boys and 5 girls, all between the ages of 3 and 11 years old. It's the deadliest mass shooting in the U.S. in the past 2 years. The community now rallying around the family and lighting candles for the 8 lives lost.
To learn later that I knew one of the children, it really took a toll on me, and I really hate that for the mama period and those children.
Authorities say officers fatally shot Elkins after he led them on a police chase. New at 10, a grass fire sparks near railroad tracks in Scotts Bluff. Firefighters arriving to find heavy smoke coming from a recycling yard with flames spreading through the dried up grass along the tracks. There's pictures at the scene. A Garing fire was called in for extra support. Officials say the fire is now out, but crews are still on the scene mopping up hot spots. The official cause remains under investigation. And as crews wrap up that grass fire in Scotts Bluff, state leaders are taking no chances. Coming up after the break, Governor Pillen activating the National Guard as the fire danger climbs across the state. Why Nebraska is on high alert tonight. And all news starting tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock, working toward what's next. A civil rights conference coming to Lincoln, bringing leaders together at Nebraska's Innovation Campus. How this year's theme will tackle bias, burnout, and the future of human rights.
It was very mild today with temperatures in the 80s for everybody. We're going to do that again tomorrow, but toss in a few more 90s. Will that stick around? The forecast when we come back.
Potential firefights. Governor Pillen is activating National Guard resources as dry conditions, high winds, and low humidity raise the risk for wildfires across Nebraska. Under a new proclamation fresh off his desk, equipment and personnel with the Nebraska National Guard are now on active duty status, ready to respond if fires break out. This comes after the Guard was deployed last month, helping crews battle large wildfires in central and western Nebraska. And as fire concerns continue, local departments are getting a boost. Nebraska Land Bank, in partnership with Federal Home Loan Bank of Topeka, has awarded $48,000 to 6 county volunteer fire departments, each department receiving $8,000 to help pay for critical equipment and supplies. International news now. The ceasefire in the war in Iran is getting tested as its deadline date is coming up on Wednesday. Both the U.S. and Iran have opened fire on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Both nations are saying the actions of the other are ceasefire violations. 2 U.S. officials are now saying J.D. Vance is expected to travel back to Pakistan for peace talks tomorrow. But it's unclear if Iran will actually be there because of the U.S. Navy's blockade there in the strait. All of this uncertainty and oil prices rising, leaving a lot of people wondering when gas prices will actually go back down.
We briefly saw the national average below the $4 mark over the course of the weekend, but a lot of states likely to start seeing prices again climb here early this week, that due to oil's jump today.
And as long as the Strait of Hormuz is not fully open, oil prices will not be able to fall to where they were at the beginning of the ceasefire, let alone before the conflict began. In fact, today, crude oil prices seeing a large jump with the new tensions there in Iran. They were up more than 5% at around $89 a barrel today. We were looking at $82 a barrel on Saturday. And citizen journalists are sending us gas price updates to our Now Local News app. As you can see in these videos here, we're not really seeing any prices go down locally. $3.57 and $3.59 a gallon at these 2 gas stations here in the capital city.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
For me personally, I'm okay with days like this. I know it looks like a hot day with temperatures in the middle in the upper 80s, but without the humidity, this is much more tolerable. If we see these temperatures in July and August, it's going to feel a whole lot different. So I just wanted to point that out. It's fairly nice out there this evening. 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Traffic is still just weird to me. I don't know where anybody's going right now. I hope everybody makes it okay. There's a red light and people are going left and right and there's cones everywhere. ABC Seamless Cam. We'll keep going back to that until they get that all fixed. So 71 right now in the capital city, 69 in Beatrice and Hebron. Some cooler temperatures just off to the west, near 60 in Valentine and Thedford. But most of us around here, upper 60s, lower 70s, 72 in Wahoo, 73 in Columbus. A bit of a south wind, and that south wind has been around all day, 15, 16, 17, up to 21, 22 miles per hour. But you go a little further west and it's less than 10 miles per hour. So just a little breezy in eastern Nebraska. Mostly cloudy skies, no precipitation. So we'll go through and get past Tuesday. Now, once we get past Tuesday, things are going to get a little interesting. So let's kind of wait for it. And, oh yeah, I want to point this out right here. A little bit of precipitation, a possibility here. I think it's mostly going to be off to southern and south central parts of Iowa. Maybe a little patchy fog early Wednesday, and then an interesting little storm system right here. Notice not much in central and eastern Nebraska, but an isolated thunderstorm or two going to be possible right there between Valentine and North Platte, and then that's it. By the time the sun goes down, we're done worrying about storms for Wednesday. But because of that, the Storm Prediction Center has that area and a level 1 marginal risk for some strong, maybe severe storms. Wouldn't last long. Here comes part 2 of this, and this reminds me a lot of what happened last week when storms looked like they wanted to start right over our area, not central, not western Nebraska, where everybody needs the rain, but eastern Nebraska, and then quickly moved off to the east as we head through the day. So what's going to happen on Thursday reminds me a lot of what happened last week when all of that really bad severe weather off to our east. This doesn't look as strong as that, but the timing seems to be about the same. So because of that, we're on that edge again of a chance for severe weather. And when I say we're on the edge, I mean on the edge of where it might begin, and then it'll quickly move off to the east. That could change. I mean, today's Thursday, and maybe it'll scooch over a little bit to the west, maybe a little to the east. We'll just keep an eye on it. Temperatures tonight, because of that south wind at 10 to 20, will probably be very warm, between 50 and 55 degrees. Highs tomorrow, a lot of 8s, 88, 89, maybe some 90s out there too. Grand Island, Kearney, Hastings, the Tri-Cities looking at 90 degrees for everybody. A warm one. And we do stay warm at least through Thursday. And then that storm chance, that cold front, knocks us down back into the 60s for Arbor Day on Friday. Rain chances, just small chances Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then trying to warm up a little bit, but still in the 60s as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Here we go with our weather trivia. What year, speaking of Earth Day, that's right around the corner, what year was the very first Earth Day, the holiday, not you know, the day the Earth was created? 1970, 1990, 2000, or 2020?
Trying to remember. Was it 1990?
It was actually 1970.
Okay.
And it was originally called National Environmental Teach-In Day, which Earth Day just sounds so much better.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Rusty. New at 10. Big upgrades taking shape at Ryder Park in Grand Island. A new turf field is nearing completion. Parks and Recreation officials say the project is all about creating a high-quality playing surface for the community. Crews are wrapping up, putting the finishing touches on the field, and just in time, too. Park officials say the new turf is expected to be ready for American Legion baseball this summer. And speaking of sports, we're about ready to head into the sports zone. Nate Johnson is talking all things Husker, baseball, softball, following a big boost in the rankings. We'll be back after the break. Stay with us.
From the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
We'll move over. Number one, Nebraska softball is here. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the Sports Zone this evening. The Huskers have jumped all the way to the top spot in the latest Softball America poll. Nebraska, oh, they've been on fire in the month of April, not losing a single game this month. And what a weekend for Nebraska softball and baseball. Both teams winning in sweeping fashion. As for the softball team, though, they have now won 11 straight games with a rivalry series on deck for this weekend here in Lincoln versus Iowa. Before that, though, the Huskers will head to Omaha to face UNO. Nebraska has been on a tear this year with a record of 36-6. Their last loss came to then number 7 UCLA all the way back in late March. The pitching has been elite, the offense just as good, and the Huskers are hoping to keep that momentum going into the final 7 games of the regular season. Now, here's a look at the complete Softball America poll. Nebraska, of course, in at number 1. Oklahoma there at number 2. UCLA sits at number 5. Oregon and Washington are the other 2 Big Ten teams in the top 25 at 15 and 23. And I'm curious to see where ESPN and USA Softball rank the Huskers in their upcoming poll. Last week, Nebraska came in number 4 in that poll. We'll see if that upward trend continues for Big Red. As for what's next for the Huskers, well, they head to Omaha tomorrow at 6 p.m. to take on the Mavericks. And we'll, of course, keep you updated on air and on our Now Local News app. Now, Nebraska baseball also made a big jump in the latest D1 baseball poll. The Huskers back in the top 25, coming in at number 20. Big Red of dismantling USC this past weekend, an impressive series sweep of the Trojans. And with that series sweep, puts them in a much stronger position to potentially host a regional. But let's take a look at this week's poll. Nebraska, of course, coming in at number 20. The Huskers have won 4 games in a row now. UCLA holds strong at number 1. Their last loss for UCLA, Nebraska back in the Big Ten tournament. Oregon comes in 1 spot ahead of Nebraska at 19, and USC drops all the way down to number 23. As for what's next for Big Red, another big game is on deck tomorrow. The Huskers heading down to Lawrence to take on the Jayhawks. Kansas coming in at number 16 in this week's poll, 2 spots higher than last week. And so a top 20 battle awaits for Big Red tomorrow evening. And a guy that could help them, he's been on fire for Nebraska, this week's Big Ten Co-Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week, Drew Grigo. Across their 4-game stretch last week, he went 8 for 18, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, and 6 runs scored. That guy is feeling it. Well, finally, we got an early update from the College World Series, and I know we are still a ways away from that, but today they released their upcoming 2026 broadcast schedule. All games will be on ESPN, with Game 2 of the Championship Series to be aired right here on Channel 8 at 1:30 p.m. Always such a special time, not only in Omaha, but for the entire state of Nebraska. And Rod, that is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. We'll be back with a final check of your forecast with Rusty. Stay with us. And the Plains. Check this out. Some serious muscle on display. What a day out at the Lincoln Airport where 19 teams lined up, look at that, to pull full-sized planes. 3 walked away as division winners, including Team Duncan lift legends, Red Zone Fitness, and Silverhawk. And it wasn't just about strength. Costumes also stealing the show, with a plane gang taking top honors. Organizers say this year's Cornhusker plane pole was the best yet. I can honestly say I've never been invited or tried pulling a plane. You, Rusty?
I got a hamstring thing.
I know.
I probably,
My hips are just, yeah.
Look at us with excuses already.
All right, let's get a final check of the weather.
Not bad out there temperature-wise. Very comfortable evening. Open up the windows. We've got temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Tomorrow morning, we'll see the 40s and 50s, so a little on the cool side, but we warm up. No humidity to go along with this, but still upper 80s and lower 90s. A warm day, just not a humid day for your Tuesday. And if that was a little too warm, we knock it back down just a little bit for Wednesday. I think we'll be in the middle 80s on Wednesday. One more warm day on Thursday, then that storm chance kicks through, and a cold front knocks us back down into the 60s, and that's where we stay. We'll be in the lower, middle, and upper 60s all the way through the weekend into next week.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. Don't forget, Andrew in Houston will be here bright and early at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Jimmy Kimmel's coming up next. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.